the sorority! Okay, so recap of night one. It is January 6th. We all flew in today, and we met with our recruitment counselor and our recruitment groups. Is there a name for it?
Yeah, just our recruitment groups.
Yeah.
The girls that are in it with us.
So we put in group chats, and we all got our $75 t-shirts. They look like this. Summer and I were just trying to figure out our outfits. We both have our first day tomorrow. Kat has hers on Wednesday.
2 separate days.
Yeah, because you have a break day in between. So that's our recap. Our recruitment counselors were telling us what tomorrow's going to look like. And mine's stressed. Trust the process.
True.
Yeah, same.
Eat a good breakfast.
Yo, anything else?
That's it.
I'm excited.
Yay!
You got
Good morning. Oh, grab your face. There you go. We're eating bread.
Oh, hi.
Breakfast of champions, am I right? Okay.
Yay!
Little recap. So we just went to orientation, and they gave us information. It wasn't, I mean, like, did we learn, like, something new?
It was just like everything that was in our guidebooks.
Yeah, so if you didn't read the guidebook, it's really helpful, but we all read the guidebook, so we were good.
And
And
then
then,
only bring what fits in this.
yeah, so your phone, chapstick, Band-Aids, etc. And then we have to wear these shirts today with any bottoms.
Well,
And-
any nice bottoms. We can't wear
Yeah, no leggings, no
booty shorts.
sweatpants, no booty shorts. Okay, so this is the fits for today.
Summer's closet.
So, Summer's closet. I did have my own jean skirt, but it ripped even more, so that was a no-go. Then this shirt, some cheetah earrings if it will focus. Thank you, Mom. And then these Air Force Ones. All right, Summer, go.
Okay, checkered pants and Air Force Ones.
And straightened hair. That was different.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
my
Gigi?
hair is also straight, even though my hair is naturally straight. And I'm wearing a belt and jeans, which is super big news for me.
Yes.
But my shoes are the fun part of my outfit. Look how cute they are.
Very
I love
cute.
them. And I'm matching it with a cheetah scrunchie.
Yes.
Love it.
How we feeling?
I feel like we need to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so recap of day one. Day one, you go to all 6 sororities. My group went to all of them today. Some groups are going tomorrow in the morning or the afternoon. We had the first shift, which was today after orientation. Each room you spend 25 minutes in, and you talk to a couple girls. In all of the rooms, I talked to 3 girls, except for one room, I talked to 2 people. And in the other room, I talked to 4 people. It is totally up to them. You don't, like, go up to 3 people to talk. They, like, come and they'll kind of tap each other out and, like, talk to you. On all of them, you say your name, where you're from, your major. But some of them, I had some, like, really fun conversations. And then other ones, I only talked about, like, the cliche, like, this is my major, I'm in the comm school, blah, 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 blah. So it really depends. The parties were just to, like, get a feel for the type of people in that sorority and if you think you'd fit in. There's only one sorority that I was like, yeah, I feel like even if I come back, it's just not my people, which isn't a bad thing. After we went to all 6 of them, we went back to a room and each of us got a unique ID that we voted on this website with. So it listed all 6 sororities, and you choose the one that you wouldn't care if you weren't invited back to. So, like, your least favorite one, even though you liked all of them, like, whatever. So you take the one that you care least about getting invited to, you put that as number 2, and then it moves all the other ones to your favorites, I guess. So, like, it's basically ranking all of the ones that you liked as number 1, and then ranking the one that you don't really care for as number 2. And then tonight, I guess they'll make each person's schedule, and Thursday morning we'll get called and say what time our parties are at and what time we're invited to go back, because there's multiple parties throughout the day. Yeah, it was just really chill. So tomorrow, my group has nothing to do since we went today. Some groups are going tomorrow, so they had a free day today. Tomorrow's our free day. I think I'm going to the beach. See you Thursday morning. Okay, we are not focused. Okay, So now that my head is cut off, this is day 3, but day 2 of Rush. Today is philanthropy day, so they're gonna tell us about their philanthropies. All of us were texted this morning saying when we needed to come, and so mine's at 11 and it is 10:45, so I'm about to head out, and then I'm gonna get my schedule for the rest of the day. You can be invited to a maximum of 5, but the average is about like 3. So we'll see how many we're invited to, and it goes into like 9:30 tonight, so I could have my last party at 9:30. And people have been going since 8 o'clock this morning. So we're gonna see how it goes. Okay, we'll see you later. Oh wait, I have to show you my outfit. All right, so today's fit are Forever 21 earrings, Forever 21 necklace, it's these 3, and then this one up here is a single Forever 21 necklace. This, I think, O'Neill green, like surfer girl dress, and then these thrifted Steve Madden shoes. I have bracelets and some rings. But yeah, we're about to head out, so that's today's fit. Alright, so I just went to my first party. I have a break where I can go get lunch, thankfully. Some people don't have that. Then I have 4 more parties, and then I'm going to be done around like 7, so I'm going to have to order food or make dinner. So that'll be great, but I got invited back to 5, which I'm very happy about. But I got dropped by one of them that I thought I would not be dropped by, and I got invited back to the one that I dropped last night. So I turned it off of autofocus, so it's probably just going to stay like that. And Summer hasn't got her schedule yet. She has to go back at 4.
So I have no idea right now, and there's no way for me to know.
The last party starts at 8:45, so she may have 8:45.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I was kind of worried because I'm going like a little bit late, but they go until like literally 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So there's like no way to know.
So we'll update you in the next clip. I really gotta figure this camera out. Okay. Can you focus? Alright, so end of day 2. Thoughts?
It was interesting.
Yeah, that's a good word.
It's weird because I feel like some of the conversations, like, I don't know. It's like you'll get a really good person and that you really connect with, and then they'll move on to another person and you'll be like, you don't vibe. So yeah.
It was interesting. I feel like I definitely have one that I really, really vibed with, like really liked, but I also still want to get to know the other ones better. So, yeah, we had to drop one tonight, and then you put all the other ones that you went to, like yesterday, you put all the ones as number 1, and then you put one as number 2. So that's, and we'll have to wake up again at 7 a.m. tomorrow and wait to see what time we're called for our first party again. And then tomorrow they will be kind of doing like testimonials of like their sisterhood. So like girls will like talk about how much their sorority means to them and why it's so important to them. So we'll see you then. Okay, so end of day 3 or 4. Philanthropy. So this is the 3rd day. Okay. Alright, end of day 3 recap. Today we got invited to a maximum of 4. And same deal as yesterday. Your recruitment counselor called you or texted you if you needed to come in late. I had to go in for the first one because my first party was at 9, so I had to be there at 8. So I got all ready. And then you went and spent 40 minutes in each party and about 5 minutes in each party. Girls like gave testimonials, and they kind of were like talking about how they found their best friend, their roommate, their like soul sister, and they were kind of talking to that person or talking in general. So about 40 minutes. I had one at 9 something, then I had an hour and a half break, and then I had 2 back to back, and then I had a 2-hour break that I went and ate lunch. Then I went back for my final one. Now I'm done, and it's like 5 o'clock. So a long day, but the last party ends at 6:30 tonight, which is nice for everybody. Everybody can get a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow it starts at 12. So if you have the first party, you're ready at 12, so everybody can sleep in, eat breakfast, all that jazz. Yeah. So now I'll show you my outfit. Alright, so today's look is a high ponytail. these wooden earrings from Altered State. They have a gold little thing and then gold stud. And this Free People romper that I actually got from Marshall's, and has ruffles, and the back is like open like that. And then these shoes are thrifted. I think they're Chinese laundry brand or something like that. That was it. This was really comfortable, so I definitely recommend wearing a romper or something longer on this day. But they said to wear something that you'd wear to like a daytime wedding. So that was the look. You look good. Yeah. Summer's in the room talking to her parents right now, so I didn't want to record in there. But now we're outside. I don't know if you can see anything. Today was a rough day. I woke up feeling like I had the flu. I woke up feeling not great at all. Then I got called in at 2:10, and my number one sorority, or what I thought was my number one, dropped me, which I was upset about. But I still got called back to my second favorite, and that now that I talked to them again, I realized that I was a lot more comfortable. I don't know what the word is, but it was just a different vibe than what I thought my number one was. And if I do get a bid tomorrow, I'm going to be extremely happy with that. This week is actually exhausting. People always said that, and I never believed them. It's really exhausting. Or being so tired and like just and not feeling good and feeling like I have a fever, which I think I may do. Like I may have a fever right now. It's just a lot, and it's the last day. Tomorrow's bid day, which is so exciting. I did do all or nothing, which they strongly do not recommend, but in my situation, it was what was best for me. So if I do not receive a bid from the sorority I would like to join tomorrow, I will be dropped from recruitment, which means I can't rush again until next spring. But I'm fine with that because I'd rather have my whole heart in a sorority. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's 5:30, but I am so exhausted. So see you tomorrow. Okay, so we have 38 seconds left on the SD card. It's bid day. We're gonna go eat, and then at 12 o'clock we open up our cards. We both already know what sorority we're in. Then we're gonna do the big reveal where you unzip your jacket and you're wearing the shirt underneath. So we don't know what we're gonna do for the rest of the day, but we'll let you know tonight. Welcome to the hello. Welcome to the tip portion of this vlog, and I have some prompting questions that we will answer. First off, we all went tried out. Lily is on her way. She did not go tried out, but none of us told each other we were going tried out. So like this was not planned. But this was the squad during rush week.
It was.
Plus Lily.
But it shows the people you surround yourself with and the people that you love will end up, you'll be in a sorority that matches that energy.
Right. Like the process definitely works.
Yeah.
Trust the process! Definitely end up where you're supposed to be if the four of us, the four of us can end up in the exact same place.
Yeah.
There's probably a reason, and it's probably why we already liked each other.
Yes.
So initial thoughts on the week, like 20-second summary.
I really liked it. A lot of people thought it was like super stressful and everything, but I thought it was really fun because I'm a people person and I really like talking to new people, meeting new people, so I really liked it from that standpoint. Again, you really just have to trust the process and just like sense the vibes, and like you can tell where you're supposed to be, you can tell where your energy is reciprocated.
Yeah. For me, I went in with such a set mindset. Like, I was saying I didn't have a set mindset, but I knew what sorority I wanted to be in, and it so happens that I didn't get into that sorority, and I was literally so sad and all this stuff, but now I couldn't imagine myself in any other sorority, and seriously, everything happens for a reason. Like, yes, it sucked, and yes, like, I was so upset, but literally, like, these girls are the people that I want to be around, and it happened for a reason, and I'm so happy for it, and I literally, like, could not be happier.
I went in with a completely opposite situation. I knew nothing about any of the sororities, but I was just happy to like meet girls and make friends, and like even the girls that I talked to in the sororities that like dropped me, they still like say hi to me in the hallway. Hallway, we're in college, whatever. Like,
Same.
they also talk to me, like, the Panhandle community is so amazing and so welcoming, and I don't know, I had a really good rush experience. I didn't have, like, a dream sorority, so whenever I got dropped, I was kind of just like, whatever, but I definitely ended up in
Wasn't
the right
meant
place.
to be.
Rush week was the worst week of my life. I was exhausted the whole week. I am such a people person, and it was fun in the moment, but the times in between your conversations and the times you came back, like, home, and you were just, like, dreading having to wake up in the morning. It was just, it's exhausting. You don't have time to drink water. You can't eat, or you're eating at, like, weird times of the day. You overthink it, and I tried not to overthink it, but I did. And it's just a lot. It's a lot thrown at you. Best moment, best thing, other than bid day.
For me, it definitely was right after I got dropped from my top sorority. I was so sad, all this stuff. But then I talked to, not my recruitment counselor, but a friend who's a recruitment counselor, and she's like one of the women that I look up to, and the advice she gave me about how I need to check who I want to surround myself with. I need to look at the girls in the line and say, hey, do I want to be these women? And the girls that I was talking to, imagine myself like growing up to be them, and I did that, and it made me realize that maybe it wasn't right, and it definitely wasn't right. So definitely that was like a rude awakening, but like a really good thing for me.
Hi.
I gotta pee so bad.
Well, that's gonna stay in the vlog.
Okay.
Dog with the vlog.
As Lily pees.
Yes.
My favorite time during the week was when we had conversations, like, after our last parties. Like, one night we watched The Bachelor, the other night we had a really deep conversation just about life in general, and it was literally, you cannot avoid not talking about Rush Week. They'll tell you not to talk about it, you can't avoid it. Like, literally, you come to school a week early, and, like, that's what you
all
talk
you're
about.
doing, yeah.
There's
But-
all that's happening.
But we would talk about it afterwards, and then we would say, okay, we're done talking about it. And, like, those conversations that week were so good. Like, those were some of the best conversations I had outside of the parties, was us just chilling in a dorm room like we are right now and just hanging out. So that was my favorite part.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of looking at Rush as an opportunity to, like, make new friends and really branch out and
So I'm an influencer, so it's kind of
Okay.
it's kind of hard not to check my social media.
My favorite moment was in, like, Shoutout, and then in a couple others also, but mainly Shoutout. It was just really cool when you have a moment when you were talking to someone and you just realize, like, yeah, I could see myself hanging out with this person, like, any day. Which was really cool for me because at the beginning of the year, I really struggled, like, during first semester, finding people who were like me. So, and I was like, I didn't want to rush at first. Like, I was like, no, like, I don't want to do this. And then even, like, the day before, I was like, I don't want to go, like, no. And then I went, and then I'm so glad I did, because when you just have that moment where you just click and you just know, like, wow, like, where have all these people been? Like, why haven't I met them before? And then actually, like, getting into the sorority was just so cool, because I'm like, all these people that I thought were so much like me, like, I'd get to spend the next 4 years with.
Something you wish you would have known going in.
Is this a Q&A?
Yes. Come join.
Hi, vlog.
If you wear heels, bring clothes. And that is it. No, if you wear heels, bring shoes, or, like, wear shoes there that aren't the heels, because your feet will die.
Mine was, you will not have a convenient time to eat, so when you have time to eat, eat.
Yeah.
Like, I am a hungry girl at all times.
True.
And you get cranky when you don't eat, and you're dehydrated because you're not allowed to bring water into the room, so do what you can when you can.
Ooh, I had a lot of time that I was kind of just sitting in between, and, like, I'd have a meeting at, like, 10, 1, 2, 1 at 5, 1 at 8, so it was like you had so much time in between, and, like, my friends were all gone doing stuff, like doing sorority recruitment stuff, so it's hard to hang out with them. So, like, pick up, like, maybe not a new hobby, but, like, pick up something, like a new book.
I brought a book.
Yeah, a new TV
I
show.
brought a book. People
or
were
like
jealous.
a new, like, craft that you like to do, or something, or, like, plan to, like, redo your room.
You're not allowed to have your phone in between parties. So
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Yeah.
Is don't
but
expect to be on
not
your
even
phone.
when you're waiting. Like when you go back to your room, like there's
Yeah.
just like nothing to do, and you're kind of just sitting, and that's when you like get in your feels, and that's when you're thinking too much. So like literally like think of something you're gonna do that week when you have the time, because like it'll be so much more of a stress reliever, and you won't be just sitting around.
For me, I think it was just like respecting other people's opinions. Like everyone said, all you're gonna do is talk about recruitment. So when you're saying, oh, they don't do anything for their philanthropy, or these girls are mean, or these girls all look the same, you know, or they're the reject sorority, or they're not the top sorority. Like,
Yeah.
Like the second you get your schedule, everyone's like, who dropped you? Who did you get? Oh my god, I can't believe you got them. Or I can't believe I didn't get them. Or you feel bad about like sharing your schedule just because someone that you're close with might not have gotten the same schedule. But the more you talk about recruitment, and the more you talk about like the rankings of the sorority, you're like, they're the reject sorority, they're the ugly sorority, they're like the rude sorority, or
The frats don't like them.
Frats like girls, period.
Period.
True.
Period. Doesn't matter what sorority you're in. Boys will be coming for you. Don't worry.
But the more you talk about sororities, or like poorly about another sorority, the more you could be hurting someone else, because you could be saying one thing about a sorority, but another girl could have felt completely at home in that sorority, and you could be totally swaying their opinion, and by swaying their opinion, they might not end up in the right place. Everyone experiences sororities differently. Everyone has different conversations. Everyone feels at home in a different place for the most part. So just learn to be respectful about that.
True.
Not on kindness.
Did we say what sorority you went?
Zeta. But based off that, like, yeah, like, they're all in Shoutout, and you can still be friends with people, like, outside of your sorority, which is a big thing.
True.
So, like, another thing, like, remember we would talk during it, and, like, some people would say, some people wouldn't, but, like, you shouldn't base where you're going off where your friends are going, because it's not, like, once you're in a different sorority, you're never going to talk to them again. Like, you can still be friends with people.
What makes a sorority good is solely based on what you want out of it and what you prioritize. Like, gonna be honest, the first day I dropped a sorority that probably like at least 50% of the girls would have said, oh, that's the top sorority. But I knew that that wasn't where I wanted. Yeah, exactly. Like, each sorority is top in its own way.
Yeah.
Like, if you are into like one thing, like, then there's a certain sorority for that.
sure.
If you care about this, there's a sorority for that. Like, each sorority is top in its own way, and you should only focus on what makes it top for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Don't look at that website that ranks things.
Because it's just a bunch of boys who are like, hot is girls. I don't know, it's stupid thing.
It'll just be a girl from that sorority that was like, mine's the best, and we all
Right.
think
Or it could be a
ours
girl
is the
from
best.
another sorority just
Exactly.
shitting on
Except
someone.
Shoutouts
There's a
actually
problem
the
with
best.
someone
Okay.
in one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, seriously, like, don't trust
And
that,
love.
because it'll mess with you.
But if you're wanting to rush, or if you don't know if you want to rush, I definitely recommend doing it at the University of Miami, because it is so chill compared to other schools.
You also meet so many people during Rush. Like, I know people who I made who are friends who, like, dropped out of Rush altogether, but we still, like, became friends. Because everyone on campus, like, at the beginning, is all rushing. We're all stressed. We're all, like, going through everything. But, like, we can all relate, and you kind of just, like, form bonds and make friends through that who, like, you would never meet before.
If you do end up rushing and then you, for some reason, like, you decide it's not for you, probably like at least half of my recruitment group dropped or got dropped. It's totally normal. Not a bad thing. There are so many other ways to get involved, or if you still want to be in a sorority, like you change your mind or something. There's informal rush, there's rush in the fall, there's always spring rush again, there's informal rush
sororities.
again. Like,
There's a lot of professional
sororities.
fraternities.
that's true. But basically it's like, I know like probably at least half the girls that I know who started in rush did not end up like going through with a sorority. And it's like totally normal, and if that happens to you, just know that it's normal, and if it's still something you want, there are so many other ways to be part of it.
Agreed. And back to what Ali was saying about like our school being different, like it seriously is, because I know different schools that have like 2,000 girls rush, only 500 girls get in. It's not like that at all at the University of Miami.
There's such an emphasis on your outfits. They really do not do anything other than start a conversation. Like, people don't remember, like, no matter how fashionable you are, people aren't going to remember what clothes you wore. It's just, I love your earrings. Where did you get them? And that starts the conversation.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Don't stress about it.
Don't feel like you have to like wear like 100
Yeah.
Gucci belts.
I didn't buy any new clothes for rush. I know a lot of people like and it's like that's not a bad thing at all if you do that. Like it's good for you, whatever makes you feel like beautiful. But like I did not buy a single new outfit, single new dress, anything, and I still like it's all about what makes you feel confident. So if you feel confident in clothes that like you wear all the time and you know that you like them and they're comfortable, then that's great. Or if you like want to like feel bougie and like get something new, like that's good too.
I feel like confidence is such a huge part of it in general. So like if you're wearing like heels that you don't like, that don't make you feel comfortable, you can't walk in, you're walking in like you're falling over and stuff, like it's like you're not gonna feel good, and it doesn't matter if they're like cute, like you're not gonna feel good. You're really like anything that boosts your confidence is like really good. Like it doesn't have to be like Cartier or whatever, like honestly.
And like the emphasis is on the conversation, not on what you're wearing. So if you're wearing something that's really cute but really uncomfortable, and the whole time you're like worried about like, oh, like is it slipping, like it's itchy, whatever, then you're not gonna have as good of a conversation than if you would have just like worn something that you knew like worked and was comfortable.
A big tip that I have is like be prepared but expect less. So like when you wake up in the morning, be prepared to be going to parties all day but expect to only go to one party. Be prepared but expect less.
Yes.
Pat kind of touched on it earlier, but when you're in line, especially on invitational and preference day, look at the people in the line. These could be your future sisters and they'll tell you that.
My mom
But
told me to do that.
seriously
like,
look
"Find
and
out
be
who
like, would my mom want to meet these girls? Would I be comfortable with my sister being in this sorority? Would I be comfortable with my best friend being in this sorority?
In terms of dropping, don't take dropping personally.
Right.
When you get dropped by a sorority, like they think that there's a better fit for you than their sorority. It's not about, oh, I didn't like her hair or she
Or
bothered
didn't think
me.
you're cool or like
They're doing you a favor,
cool- a great
honestly.
person.
And like I like kept saying this throughout the week. Like if you don't get dropped, it means that you're not going through rush, because by the end you literally have to be dropped by all but one or two.
Yup.
So if you don't get like you can't go in being like I'm not gonna get dropped by any, because like you'll have a rude awakening when you realize that by the last day you have to be dropped by like we had 6, like you'd have to be dropped by 4.
Yeah.
Like the maximum time these conversations are like 10 minutes, and like it's like if like maybe like if your conversation wasn't the best it was, like they can't really tell from a 10-minute conversation, and they are ranking so many girls and they rank so fast, and it's really not you. Like
Just be yourself and you'll stand out.
Exactly. If you act like someone who you aren't just to get into a sorority, then once you're in that sorority, you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be miserable. It's like in Camp Rock when Mitchie's like, my mom is the president of Hot Tunes TV China, and then she has to live with that, and she really didn't have to say that.
And
they
people
would have
always
liked her
find
for
out.
her.
People always find out in the end. Like,
And
it's like,
you'll have to pay to put on an act.
Yes.
Why do you want to pay?
Yeah.
exactly, and it's so much worse if people find out you're fake than if you're just real the whole
And
time.
you'll be
like,
uncomfortable too.
That's another thing, is like it is very expensive to be in a sorority, so once you're in it, like decide take advantage of it, and also decide whether it's worth it.
Yeah. But you really do get out what you put in.
Yeah.
Reach out to people, because if you don't, you're gonna regret it, and it's all what you make it, because you have to own your own experience.
Know why you're rushing before you go. People will ask you. That's in every party. They'll ask you, why are you rushing? But more specifically, I've had people who didn't rush, and like adults ask me in a condescending way, like, so why are you joining a sorority? Have a reason, and it's okay if you're wanting to do it to make friends. That's pretty much why everybody's doing it. You're not gonna be a loser by saying that. So,
Yeah, I said that in a lot of
Sometimes people even connect more if you say, I don't have the best friends, but I want better friends.
So it's good to have like a few little like things about yourself, just
something
in
to
the back
make
of your
tidbits.
head,
something
that
to make
makes
you stand out.
And also, recruitment is just a really great time for introspection in general. Like, not just, oh, what's fun about me, but you are really getting an opportunity to create an environment around you. You get to choose. Like, as much as it's the sororities picking you, you're picking them too. You get to choose who your friends are going to be, what you want out of your sorority experience. And it's really time to think about, like, who you are.
You really learn, like, you learn a lot about yourself in it, like, because like you really see like in the sororities like what you like about them, like shows a lot about what you value personally.
Bachelor?
Bachelor.
I have to find my
Monday, so many, goddamn it. Tuesday, she wanna go up.